Hello, I'm Carly and welcome to The Last Grown Up in the Woods. Today we are going to be talking to you about some advice for YouTubing outdoors. And when I say we, I mean a few of us YouTubers who put in some advice. Now this is a three-part collaboration. Amos from Backpacker Diaries and Nate from the Otter Outdoorsman are also releasing a video at the same time. But it's not just us. We asked around a little and got some advice from a number of other YouTubers, and we are going to share that with you. So let's start off with Sean McCall, who has a few words about staying motivated.
Hey everybody, it's Sean McCall here, and finding motivation on YouTube can be a challenge. And really it came down to deciding for me, what is it that I really wanted to get out of the YouTube channel? Was it making money? Probably not, although it wouldn't be bad. But for me, it came down to the fact that I'm an educator. I love sharing my knowledge with others, and that became the cornerstone of what I wanted to do. Go out and have adventures in nature and maybe give people a little bit of information about these wonderful places and hopefully motivate them to make a change and help preserve these environments for future generations. And the other thing that really helped motivate me was the outdoor community I found on YouTube. There are so many YouTubers out there going out on hikes and mountain climbing and kayaking, canoeing, diving, and sharing the natural world with others, and that's really inspiring to me to keep going and keep providing this content for others.
Thanks, Sean. So how about money? Should it be a motivator? Nate, maybe you can speak to that.
Don't worry about making money. Don't get into this to get rich. It's really hard to make money on this. It's really tough. Even if you diversify your revenue stream, you're going to be making more expenses than you're going to be making money. And any money you make is going to be going right back into your channel. So, as I said, don't get into this to get rich. Get into this to make videos. Get into this to make some good content. The money will follow.
Thanks, Nate. One of the things that I find really motivating is the amazing community here on YouTube. And we had a few people send in some advice on how to foster that sense of community.
Hey folks, Will here with Happily Ever Outdoors, and in this video I want to share 3 quick tips with you on how to foster a sense of community on your small outdoors YouTube channel. First off, you need to engage your viewers. You can't think of them as just likes and subscriptions and comments to help your stats. You got to think of them as real people. So try to structure your videos in a way that you invite them to ask questions and to share their opinions, and make sure you take the time to actually respond to those comments. The second tip is to engage other small outdoor content creators. That means watching their videos, liking their videos, commenting on their videos, and definitely responding to their comments when they comment on yours. Last but not least, it's really important to have a positive attitude. You should be positive and encouraging to the people who visit your channel. Alright folks, I hope this quick video on how to foster a sense of community on your small YouTube channel was helpful to you. Until next time, stay happy and stay outdoors.
Hi, my name's Nate and I'm the Otter Outdoorsman, and I want to talk about shoutouts versus collaborations. Now, shoutouts I don't find are as strong as working with another channel in a collaboration standpoint, or using a shoutout that has a context to it. Now, shoutouts are great, and I'm not telling you to stop doing them, because it's great to drive attention to another channel that deserves it. But if you work with another channel in some form of collaboration standpoint, or you send someone to another channel with some form of context, people are more likely to go to that channel and subscribe, especially if they've seen that person's work, or if they know what to go look for. And that way, you both benefit from that. Anyways, I'll see you later.
Okay, thanks guys. And Amos has a way to make those shoutouts more meaningful and give them some context.
Hello, this is Amos with Backpacker Diaries, and I would definitely encourage up-and-coming YouTubers to get into sending out shout-outs to friendly channels. And as a bonus tip, go ahead and ask who you're giving a shout-out to if you can use some of their media, whether it be some images off of their Facebook page or their website. And what that does is it adds some really cool content to the production that you're making. And if you're engaging the YouTubers that you admire in that fashion, that will in and of itself generate some interest in your channel from those channels that you're following. And it turns into a nice positive feedback loop that can benefit both channels.
Thanks, Amos. And Nate has something to add about fostering a sense of community without alienating other people.
It's a really good idea to keep your channel non-political, non-religious, and relatively family-friendly. Now, when I say family-friendly, I mean not usually using offensive language. Keeping it this way, it helps bring in a lot more audience. People can watch your videos with their kids, and talking about non-political and non-religious stuff will allow more people to watch your videos. Remember, you're going to be reaching more than just people who think about this just like you do. And you're an outdoor channel. People are coming to watch things about the outdoors, not get preached to about other things. But it's okay to bring the stuff up every once in a while, especially if there is a reason behind it.
Okay, thanks guys. And now how about what to make? Thomas from Adventure Archives has some great advice on that.
One of the other things that I have to catch myself doing is if I'm making a video and what I'm watching is really boring, who else is going to watch it? Because if I think it's boring, everyone else is going to think it's boring. So if you're editing something and you find it boring, chances are everyone's going to find it boring. So make it exciting.
Your mom might like it.
My mom loves me.
So how will you make content that's not boring? Well, Nate and Amos's videos will touch a bit more on that, but I do have a few pointers here.
Unless you start a channel with friends, normally you film by yourself. And your viewers get used to just seeing your face. Now, it's really good to occasionally have guests in your videos, like friends that sometimes don't have channels, or even ones that do. Now, it's a good, refreshing site for your channel. It gives you someone to bounce off of, you talk a lot more naturally, and one of the other things is you get to have a bit more fun. So, especially some of the stuff that's off camera. So, it's always a good idea. Bring friends out with you when you can, especially if they're available. But anyways, see you everyone. I may clip to one of those bloopers. Don't get off camera!
Especially when you don't have Bigfoot available.
I want to advise you to do your research and don't do what everyone else is doing. Yeah, you might have seen someone get 100,000 views for reviewing a knife, but chances are there are already 100 other people trying to piggyback off of that. If you do want to do a video that lots of people have already done, try to put your own unique flair onto it, and make sure you portray that in the title and in the thumbnail so people know that it's offering something unique. So if there's a topic that you're interested in doing on YouTube, give it a search and see how saturated that topic is, and see if there's any room for you to say something very specific and unique. You can also use Google keyword search to see what the most people are searching for, but I still think being unique is the most important, because even if a lot of people aren't searching for the topic that you want to do it on, at least they'll see that you're doing something unique and they'll stick around and they'll hit that subscribe button. Okay, and I'm going to leave you with one final message.
I just want to tell you guys, YouTube, it isn't always easy. People who are viewers or don't do YouTube like to romanticize the idea of being a YouTuber. But especially if you're an outdoor YouTuber, this is a lot of work. If you don't own your own land or know someone who does and you have permission to go to it whenever you want and it's nearby, it takes a long time to do this. And not to mention the prep, the planning, the editing, which takes a long time to do. Just to get out to the filming location, you have to drive, you have to hike out to your location, you have to find a good location to film, and then you have to do all your filming, and then you have to hike out and you have to drive back home. And without all that prep and planning and editing, just filming it can take 4 to 5 hours. And that could be just for one video. So, just remember, this stuff isn't easy. But anyways, my name's Nate, I'm the Otter Outdoorsman. See you everyone.
Thanks, Nate. I couldn't agree more. This is a lot of work, but it is also really fun, and more fun than I had expected when I started doing it. So to check out those other videos, you can click on this playlist right here, or it'll be in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to me and you want to, you can click right here. And if you want to see Nate and Amos's channel, they're right here. And all of the other contributors to this project are in the description below. Please check them out. They all make fantastic content. Okay. And thank you to everyone who contributed to this. And if you have some more advice or something to add to that, feel free to add it in the comments. Share ideas. We're here to learn from each other, right? Okay, that's it. So long, and see you next week. Ish.